Okay, we're starting on page 87, the beginning of Act 3.
Come on, Gabby.
How did Act 2 end?
Elizabeth's going to jail.
Elizabeth's getting arrested. John Proctor says Mary Warren is going to town with him to testify about what Abby did. You two knock it off. Actually, why doesn't one of you come sit over here where you belong, Reese?
You let Morgan sit back here all the time.
He sat here back here once.
The vestry room of the Salem Meeting House, now serving as the anteroom of the general court. Okay, this is a little room outside a bigger room. Okay, you know at the auditorium how there's a little entryway, then you go into the gym. Same kind of thing. So inside the room, court is being held right now. And when the curtain rises, there's no one on stage. All you can hear is people's voices inside the courtroom. As the curtain rises, the room is empty. The room is solemn, even forbidding. Heavy beams jut out. Boards of random widths make up the walls. At the right are two doors leading into the meeting house where court is being held. At the left, there is another door leading outside. There is a bench at the left and another at the right. It is a rather long meeting table is in the center with stools. So it's just a meeting room. Okay, pretty typical what you might expect. That's inside. We're just in the room with the long table, the little outside room. Through the partitioning walls, we can hear people talking. Okay? So, Gail,
Yeah.
you're Hawthorne. Gabe, Danforth. Is Martha Corey here? Has she been a part?
Danforth.
No? Okay, Gabby, that's your part. And Giles,
That's me.
okay.
I'm Proctor.
Do we have a Herrick here?
No, I won't be though.
No. Olivia, are you Mary Warren?
Yeah.
You might have to talk. You be Herrick and Sheever, and I'll be the other people.
Why does she gonna be two people?
I'll play a part. You
So Miss Dollar can play a part too. You can be Hale.
Okay. Where's the...
They're behind the TV.
Wait, which one has got a part?
Proctor.
John Proctor has lines.
Oh.
What page?
Page 87. Okay, so we can hear voices, but we can't see anybody. Hawthorne.
Now, Martha Corey, there is an abundant evidence in our hands to show that you have given yourself to the reading of fortunes. Do you deny it?
I am innocent of witch. I know. What the witch is.
How do you know then that you are not a witch?
If I were no.
Why do you hurt these children?
I don't know. Poor thing. I'm sorry.
And Giles comes busting in the doors yelling. You don't need to scream, okay, Giles? Are you looking at your phone or what? How come?
No, I was reading. I know where I'm at.
Read.
Okay, ready? I have evidence for the court!
I knew it.
Did you hear what I said?
He was roaring. I'm trying to make it more realistic.
Voice of townspeople rise in disapproval.
You will keep your seat.
Thomas Putnam is reaching out for land.
Remove that man, Marshal.
You're hearing lies! Lies!
And the people are like, what's going on here?
Hands off, damn you.
No.
Let me go.
That's not where you're at.
Where are you even at?
Remember, see, you
What
need
did
to
you
pay
just
attention.
How?
That's you.
How?
That's you.
Where?
A roaring goes up from the people.
Alright, arrest him. Excellency.
I have evidence. Why will you not hear my evidence?
The door opens and Giles is half carried, half pushed into the room by Herrick.
Hands off, damn you. Let me go.
Giles.
Out of my way, Herrick. I bring evidence.
You cannot go in there, Giles. It's a court.
And Hale comes out of the courtroom into this meeting room.
Pray, be calm a moment.
You, Mr. Herrick, go in there and demand I speak.
A moment, sir, a moment.
They will be hanging my wife.
And Judge Hawthorne now comes in. He is in his 60s, a bitter, remorseless judge.
How do you dare come roaring into this court? Are you gone draft, Corey?
You are not a Boston judge yet, Hathorn. You will not call me draft.
Daft.
Daft.
Daft means stupid or like uneducated. Okay, so there is a panel of judges. We are only going to hear from 2 of them, but there are more. Danforth has come to Salem from Boston to oversee this proceeding, but Hawthorne is actually from Salem. So Danforth is from Boston. Does he know these people?
Nope.
No. Does Hathorne know these people?
Yes.
Yes, he is the judge in this town. He knows everyone. Okay, at that time, Deputy Governor Danforth, Ezekiel Sheever, and Paris all enter. And everyone stops talking. Danforth is a grave man in his 60s. Of some humor and sophistication that does not interfere with his loyalty, with exact loyalty to his position and cause. So he's kind of like Hale was at the beginning. He's very committed to what he's doing. He really believes that there are witches and that he is protecting God by serving as a judge here and sentencing people to death. Okay, go ahead, Danforth.
Who is this man?
Giles Corey, sir. And the more contentious Reese, come sit over here by me right now. Hurry up. Hurry up.
I'm walking.
You're lying. I asked the question.
At the top of page 89.
I know. I am asked a question and I am old enough to answer it.
To Danforth, who impresses him, and to whom he smiles through his strain.
My name is Corey, sir. Giles Corey. I have 600 acres and timber in addition. It is my wife who will be condemning now.
Danforth.
And how do you imagine to help her cause with such contemptuous riot? Now be gone. Your old age alone keeps you out of jail for this.
He begins to beg.
They be telling lies about my wife, sir.
Do you take it upon yourself to determine what this court shall believe and what it shall set aside?
Your Excellency, we mean no disrespect for.
Disrespect indeed. It is disruption, mister. This is the highest court of the supreme government of this province. Do you know it?
And he begins to weep. He's so distraught.
Your Excellency, I only said she was reading books, sir. Then come and take her out of my house for.
Books? What books?
Yeah, I'm not trying to. It is my 3rd wife, sir. I never had no wife that be taken with books, and I thought to find the cause of it. How do you say it? Deceit, but it were no which I blame her for.
And now he's openly weeping.
I have broke charity with the woman. I have broke charity with her.
He covers his face, ashamed. Danforth is respectfully silent. So the reason that his wife is on trial right now is
Because he said that she was reading books and he thought that was weird.
because of him. Did he mean to accuse her?
No.
No, remember, he's kind of the laughable, like, bumbling idiot of this play. He doesn't mean to say ridiculous things, but he doesn't
No.
think before he speaks, and even if he does, he doesn't realize what he's saying is ridiculous. Okay.
Excellency, he claims hard evidence for his wife's defense. I think that in all justice you must.
Then let him submit his evidence in proper affidavit. You are certainly aware of our procedure here, Mr. Hale.
To Herrick.
Clear this room.
Come now, Giles.
And he pushes Corey out of the room. We are desperate, sir. We come here 3 days now and cannot be heard.
Who is this man?
Francis Nurse, Your Excellency.
His wife's Rebecca that were condemned this morning.
Indeed. I'm amazed to find you in such uproar. I have only good reports of your character, Mr. Nurse.
I think they must both be arrested in contempt, sir.
Let you write your plea in due time. I will.
Excellency, we have proof for your eyes. God forbid you shut them to it. The girls, sir. The girls are frogs.
What's that?
We have proof of it, sir. They are all deceiving you. Everyone's like, what? This is the first time in public that the girls' power has been called into question. Okay, Hawthorne?
This is contempt, sir. Contempt.
And what does contempt mean in court?
Lie.
Sort of, that you're purposely trying to
throw them under the bus.
throw the court off what it's doing. So if you are ever have to go to court for any reason, being held in contempt, you're trying to disrupt the mission of the court, you can be thrown in jail for that also. So that's what Hawthorne keeps yelling out. It's contempt, contempt. He throws that word around all the time. Okay, Danforth.
Peace, Judge Hawthorne. Do you know who I am, Mr. Nurse?
I surely do, sir. And I think you must be a wise judge to be what you are.
And do you know that near to 400 are in jails from Marblehead to Lynn? And upon my signature, and 72 condemned to hang by that signature?
Excellency, I never thought to say it to such a weighty judge, but you are deceived. Okay, so over the past few months, Danforth has been making his rounds among these different villages in Massachusetts, all the way from Marblehead to Lynn, now in Salem. And there are over almost 400 people in jail accused of witchcraft. And he has sentenced 72 to hang. So he means business. Okay, at that moment, Giles Corey, John Proctor, and Mary Warren all enter the room. And Paris is surprised to see Mary Warren in court. Mary Warren, what are you about here? And Proctor tries to protect her a little bit.
Rico.
Oh, I didn't know her. She would speak with the deputy governor.
Shocked by this, turns to Herrick.
Did you not tell me Mary Warren were sick in bed?
She were, Your Honor. When I go to fetch her to the court last week, she said she were sick.
She has been
Striving.
with her soul all week, Your Honor. She comes out to tell the truth of this to you.
Who is this?
John Proctor, sir. Elizabeth Proctor is my wife.
Beware this man, Your Excellency. This man is mischief.
I think you must hear the girl, sir.
Danforth has become very interested in Mary Warren and raises a silencing hand.
Peace. What would you tell us, Mary Warren?
Proctor tries to encourage her, but she cannot speak.
She never saw no spirits, sir.
Shocked?
Never saw no spirits?
Yes, I can hear
Go
that.
ahead.
Never.
Never. Like, you're affirming it.
Never!
Proctor pulls a paper out of his jacket.
She has signed a deposition, sir.
No, I accept no deposition.
And he's trying to decide how to steer this where he wants it to go.
Tell me, Mr. Proctor, have you given out this story in the village?
We have not.
They've come to overthrow the court, sir. This man is...
I pray you, Mr. Paris, do you know, Mr. Proctor, that the entire contention of the state in these trials is that the voice of heaven is speaking through the children?
I know that, sir.
He thinks and then looks at Mary Warren.
And you, Mary Warren, how came you to cry out people for sending their spirits against you?
It were pretense, sir.
I cannot hear you.
It was pretense, she said.
And pretense means pretend.
Ah, and the other girls, Susanna, Walcott, and the others, they are also pretending?
Aye, sir.
Can't believe it, he says.
He does indeed.
Pause. He is baffled. He turns to face Proctor, and Paris, nervous. Remember, how does Paris feel about Proctor?
Doesn't like him.
Doesn't like him. And he's worried because even though John Proctor is not the best example of a Christian man, people tend to respect him and take what he says seriously. A lot more so than they do Paris, who should be the one that everybody listens to and takes seriously. So Paris is very nervous about the fact that John Proctor is here. And remember, Paris knows more than some of the other people, and we're going to get to that today. Excellency, you surely cannot think to let so vile a lie be spread in open court.
Indeed not. But it strikes hard upon me that she will dare come here with such a tale. Now, Mr. Proctor, before I decide whether I shall hear you or not, it is my duty to tell you this. We burn on hot fire here. It melts down all concealment.